Man, we have covered the gamut of topics today here on Central Valley Talk. I love these kind of days. It is hot outside and it's hot inside too. My next guest, Brian Kossack on Central Valley Talk. Brian Kossack Insurance. He's going to tell us about life insurance, retirement, and money protection. And you claim that you have some risk-free things you can talk about also?
Yes, I do. Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah. I hear risk-free, and I say there's nothing risk-free, but you say there is.
Risk-free is the most wonderful thing out there. There is no reason to gamble in the stock market. You want to gamble, go to Table Mountain. When it comes to your retirement, we want to protect your money. We want to give you all the gains in the stock market, and then we want to have a zero floor. So when the market drops, you don't lose a dime. The insurance company picks up the tab. They just use your money while you're sitting there, saying happy.
Well, now explain to me how that works. I mean, there's only an upside and no downside?
There's only an upside, no downside. In most cases, some companies will give you a cap of 13% growth. When the market is in a negative, below zero, you do not lose a dime, they eat it. Everything over 13 they make, everything under zero, you're protected.
That's how it works, okay.
That's how it works.
Right.
But of course, $100,000, a 10% loss would bring you to $90,000. A 10% gain at $90,000 will only take you to $99,000. So a bounce does not protect you. Through the insurance industry and playing with the house rather than gambling against them, you will always win when you're playing with the house, and that's what I do. People have worked their whole lives, like my grandmother, worked her whole life, put money in the stock market. When she needed it in 2008 and passed away, there was nothing to pass on. The saddest thing that can happen is for people to spend their whole lives generating money in the stock market, and you just happen to retire in 2002, 2098, 2008, last week, where your money drops and there is no profit. So I stand up and say there is no risk needed. We'll protect your money. Some programs, like I'm getting involved with now, they will charge you 1.65% of the interest you got to protect you from all the downside.
So doesn't sound right.
Well, that is another risk-free program. If the stock market does 11.6%, you're going to get 10. If it does 21.6, you're going to get 20. If it does a negative 14 or 2, you didn't lose any of your money. You've now protected yourself from loss, which is what I live to do for people. No reason to lose a dime. Imagine in 2008 if your house never lost a dime. It was
I wish, yeah.
That's what I do with your assets. You live too long to have your money. When you actually need it, you reach in your piggy bank and you've lost 40% of your money. It makes no sense. There are great programs out there to protect you risk-free, and that's what I do.
Well, you say you've lost 40%, but that's only a paper loss. If you leave the money there and the stock market climbs back up, you may recover some or all of it over time.
And if you recover all of it, Mike, that's great. Considering that my client that lost 40%, they're down to $60,000. Compared to my client that didn't lose anything, when they recover that 40%, they now have $140,000.
They're ahead.
So did you not lose that $40,000 by just coming back to zero?
All right, you convinced me.
Oh, right, great. 85% of the people out here do not have the right plan or have no coverage at all. I'm happy to look at your program. If you're taken care of, I'm going to tell you that. For what I charge, nothing. I don't charge anything. I'm happy to look at your programs, and if you're taken care of, there's nothing to mess with. If you're not secure and you're not taken care of, I don't want you growing old and having to expect that any company is going to be there.
You're an honest guy, aren't you?
Without a doubt. That's all. I've been in business in Fresno for over 30 years at Bullard and Palm 76. I spent my whole life washing windows, taking care of people just for their business, and I'm happy to do it now through the insurance world.
Yeah. Why the big switch?
I was an industrial welder. When I got bored in 2010, I sold my business, and then somebody dropped a building on me.
Ouch.
Did
you have a good insurance policy?
I did, however, they pulled all my benefits when I got hurt and my medical insurance. And from my time at the service station, I bought insurance. I told people what to buy. Everyone I knew that was in the insurance or stock industry, I bought their products. I learned what risk was the wrong way. So
then when you needed it, it wasn't there? Or?
It's there, but it didn't make the money that it should have been. So I move everything into risk-free now. There's no reason to gamble with your retirement. Gamble with the money in your pocket. Don't ever touch the principal.
Yeah. You can still go to Table Mountain a little bit on the weekend.
Without a doubt.
Just don't blow it all out
That's
there.
right. Yes, sir.
All right, Brian, how can folks reach you? How can they find out more about your insurance company?
They can reach me through Facebook at Brian Kossack, or you can call me at 977-1976, area code 559. You can call me anytime. Always happy to take care of somebody. Always happy to listen to what's going on with you. I'll give you the best advice. The saddest thing out there that we see is there's thousands of companies offering similar products that do not protect you in the end. The insurance companies end up with the money if it's done improperly. So please call me. I deal with 2 companies that are excellent out of the thousands that are there. I'm going to watch your money all the time. My whole family is invested the proper way. We'll make sure you're part of my family from now on.
Awesome. Brian Kossack, thank you so much for coming in
Thank
today.
you very much.
All right, and we will be back with more on Central Valley Talk.